complicated topic, so I want your full focus in this topic. Okay, full focus, and then only you will get whatever I am teaching you. Okay, so don't skip the topic and don't like divert your attention. Okay, stay full focused in this lecture. So let's start. So first we know that we have earth, and this earth is revolving around the sun. So basic difference between revolution and rotation. What is the difference between revolution and rotation? So to revolve means to revolve around something. Revolve around समथिंग, मतलब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है एंड इफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द अदर ऑब्जेक्ट, that is called as revolution. And rotation means to rotate around yourself only, to rotate around your own axis. So this is the axis and you rotate around your own axis, so this is called as rotation. And revolution is कि ये पूरा यहाँ से revolve होगा, okay, around the sun. So this is the sun and earth is revolving around the sun and rotating around its own axis. So these are the two basic concepts which you should remember. Now what happens is it takes around 365 days. Okay, earth को 365 plus 6 hours, 365 days plus 6 hours. So this is the time which is taken by earth to revolve around the sun. Okay, to revolve around the sun it takes around 365 days plus 6 hours. So we know that we have only 365 days in a year. So what about this remaining 6 hours? So what we will do is we will keep on adding this 6 hours. Okay, एक साल के ये 6 hours हो गए, then again next year we will get 6 hours, then again we will get 6 hours, and then again we will get 6 hours. So for 4 years we will keep on adding this 6. Okay, so 6 plus 6 12, and 12 plus 6 18, and 18 plus 6 24. So we will get 24 hours. Okay, so in this way we have 24 hours. So again after 4 years we will add this 24 hours in a year again. Okay, so in the year which is coming after 4 years we will add 366. Okay, so we will have 366 days because we have added this extra 24 hours after 4 years. So in this year we will have 366 days. So this year is called as leap year. Okay, leap year which is added, leap year is year where we add this extra 24 hours. Okay, that is we will calculate 6 years from every year. Okay, 6 hours from every year. This year we calculated 6 hours, again next year we calculated 6 hours, again we added 6 hours, and again we added 6 hours. So continuously for 4 years we kept on adding this 6 hours and we got 24 hours, and this 24 hours we will add after 4 year in the next year. Okay, so after 4 years we will have this leap years after 4 years. समझ में आपको? Earth takes around 365 days plus 6 hours to rotate around the sun. So we calculate only 365 days in a year. The remaining 6 hours we will keep on adding for 4 years continuously, and then we will have this 24 hours. So this is the basic concept, and it takes around 24 hours to rotate around itself, और उसे हम कहते हैं day and night. That is complete rotation of earth. To complete rotation around its own axis it takes around 24 hours. So you should remember this thing. This is very basic concept. So you must be thinking that ये जो है अर्थ की एक्सिस ऐसी है और अर्थ जो है वो ऐसी रोटेट करती है. Okay, you must be thinking that this is the axis and earth is rotating around itself, but no, you are wrong. Earth is not having axis like this. The axis of earth is slightly tilted like this. Okay, so this is the tilted axis. So this tilted axis is fixed. Okay, and you will see that the tilted axis is at 23 degree and half. 23 and half degree. Okay, ये axis जो है ये 23 and half degree पर tilted है, and that's why earth is having a tilted axis. So here you can see this is the Tropic of Cancer, this is equator and Tropic of Capricorn. Now you can see the equator is dividing earth in 2 equal parts. Okay, this is 0 degree. Here you will find Tropic of Cancer. This is again 23 degree and 23 and half. Okay, here you will find Tropic of Capricorn. This is 23 and half degree. So these are the imaginary lines which we have drawn on earth. So this is Tropic of Capricorn, equator, and Tropic of Cancer, equator, and Tropic of Capricorn. So these imaginary lines we have drawn on earth for our calculation, okay, for our measurement, for everything. So these are the imaginary lines. Now this equator is dividing, this is 0 degree, and if we go forward calculating we will get a 23 and half degree. that is called as Tropic of Cancer. And again, if you go southwards from 0 to 23.5 degree, we will get Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so these are three important lines, imaginary lines, which are very important on our earth. You should remember this. Okay, now you can see that the sun rays are coming and falling on earth. Now the sun rays, which now this is called as northern hemisphere, that is northern half circle. And from equator, because you can see that equator is dividing earth into two parts, two equal parts, तो ये आधा नीचे का जो पार्ट है इसको हम कहेंगे southern hemisphere. Okay, so this is northern hemisphere equal half, and this is the southern hemisphere equal half from this equator. Okay, now as you can see the sun rays are coming. Okay, the sun rays are coming, so here the sun rays are slanting. तो ये जो रीजन है यहाँ पर the north side, this will get less sun rays, and here in the southern hemisphere, here it will get more sun rays. Okay, why? Because the earth axis is tilted. You got it? But when earth will move and it will go on the other direction, because here you can see this is sun, and here, the earth is on the right side of the sun. Okay, but when earth will move on the left side of sun after revolving, okay, because earth is revolving, you know that it takes 365 days, and when earth will go on that side, at that time what will happen? Here you can see northern hemisphere is getting less light and southern hemisphere is getting more light. Okay, but when earth will go on that side, that time what will happen? Northern hemisphere will get more light and southern hemisphere will get less light. Okay, so as simple as that. Why? Because now here you can see this is the northern hemisphere, and here you can see this is the southern hemisphere. This is the equator, which is dividing earth into two equal halves, and this is the tilted axis of the earth, and here the sun rays are coming. Okay, so now the northern hemisphere is getting more light and southern hemisphere is getting less light. तो यहाँ पर जब northern hemisphere है, now here we can see when the northern hemisphere is getting more light, you can see that this is this summer in northern hemisphere. Okay, and here you can see here is the winter in the southern hemisphere. Why? Because this is getting less light. Okay, and here it is getting more light, that's why here now the summer is going on in the northern hemisphere. So mostly now we are living in the, India is in the northern hemisphere, most of the countries are in the northern hemisphere except some part of Africa and Australia. Okay, Australia is totally in the southern hemisphere. Here you can see this is the equator, and Australia is completely in the southern hemisphere. So here you can see in Australia there will be winter, and here in the northern hemisphere where we are living, India, there will be summer. So this is the simple concept. Now we will go forward. So as I've told you, these are the longitude. So basic concepts, these are the imaginary lines which we have drawn on the earth. So the horizontal lines which are there on the earth, that are called as latitudes, and the vertical lines which are drawn on earth, imaginary lines, those lines are called as longitudes. Remember this thing. So the vertical lines are longitudes and the horizontal lines are called as latitudes. So the 0 degree latitude is called as the 0 degree latitude, which divides earth into two parts. I have told you this is called as equator. Okay, so remember this, and earth is revolving around its own axis. You should remember this, and it is also revolving around the sun. So now let's see how is earth revolving around the sun. So here is the sun in the center, and here you can see this earth is revolving around the sun. यहाँ से ऐसे, then again in this direction, then again in this direction again. So it is continuously revolving around the sun, and it is taking, we know that it is taking around 365 plus 6, that is 365 days plus 6 hours. So this is the time which is taken by earth to complete this one revolution. Okay, one revolution, it takes 365 days plus 6 hours. Now if we go forward, you will see that, for example, now earth is here. If we see, this is the present position of earth. Okay, अगर हम यहाँ पर देखें, this is the present position of earth, and you will see that earth is having a tilted axis. Okay, earth is having a tilted axis. So earth is having a tilted axis, and if we want to see where is the equator, you will see this is the equator, which is dividing earth into two equal parts. Okay, so this part, the upper part, it is getting less less sun rays, okay, very less sun rays. But the southern part, it is getting more sun rays. Why? Because it is exposed to sun more. Uska area jo hai, that is more exposed to sun, that's why it is getting more sun rays. So here in southern hemisphere you will have summer, and in the northern hemisphere here you will have winter. Okay, now again earth is not stationary, you know that earth is revolving. So slowly earth is revolving, earth is revolving, earth is revolving. Here it is changing its position, it's changing its position. Again it will come here. So this is the equator. Okay, this is the equator. Now here you can see earth here, this position will get equal sun rays in the northern hemisphere as well as the southern hemisphere, equal level of sun rays. Okay, so this position of earth, this is called as equinox. Equinox. Okay, so leave it for a while, I will explain you what is equinox. So first let's study the position of the earth. Again it is moving. Now here in the northern hemisphere as well as southern hemisphere, equal sun rays. We have seen that equal sun rays. Okay, again earth has started to shift. Again it is moving, 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 and it is coming here. Now when it is coming here, you can see that this is the equator, which is dividing earth into two equal parts. So you will see that now the northern hemisphere will get more sun rays. Why? Because it is exposed more to the sun rays. ठीक है, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर. And there will be summer in the northern hemisphere. This is the northern hemisphere, this is the southern hemisphere. So now here will be summer in the northern hemisphere, and here there will be winter in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so in the northern hemisphere there will be summer, and in the southern hemisphere there will be winter. Why? Because less sun rays are reaching. Less sun rays. Okay, so here are more sun rays, here are less sun rays. So remember, now again earth will start to shift. Again it is moving, again it is moving, again it is moving, again it is moving. So here you will find this is the equator, and earth will receive equal amount. Okay, on this direction, here you can see this bright area. This bright area will receive the equal amount of sun rays. Okay, now this is a 2D image. Try to imagine a 3D image of the earth which is revolving around the sun. Okay, तो यहाँ पर आप देखोगे equal amount, again equal amount. So here also it received equal sun rays, and here also it received equal sun rays. Only here the northern hemisphere received more, the southern hemisphere received less. Here the northern hemisphere received less, and here the southern hemisphere received more. So when earth is, अब यहाँ पर ये कब आएगी, in the northern hemisphere on 21 December it will receive the less sun rays. Okay, and on 21st June it will receive the more sun rays. So that is why on 21st June it will be the longest day. Why? Because in the northern hemisphere it is receiving more sun rays and there is summer. So in 21st June there will be this will be the longest day, and in the 21st or 22nd December here will be the shortest day in the northern hemisphere. Okay, तो आप पूछोगे आप पूछोगे कि सर व्हाट अबाउट द रेनी सीजन. सो रेनी सीजन वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी अबाउट द रेनी सीजन्स, एंड रेनी सीजन इज टोटली अ डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. इट हैज like it is a regional phenomena, and we are going to study about that when we study the monsoons. Okay, so every area has different rainy season. It is not same for the like it is not same for every region. So different areas have different rainy seasons, and that totally depends on the geographical features of the area. Okay, so here you will find, now we have studied that on 21st December to 21st December there will be less sun rays. That is the 21st December. Here you will see this is the shortest day because less sun rays. So now this the transition period from winter to summer, this is called as a spring, and this is called as a spring equinox. Okay, and again the transition period from summer to winter in the northern hemisphere, this is called as autumn. and this is called as autumn equinox. Remember this. The transition period from summer to winter is called as autumn equinox, and the transition period from winter to summer, again, this is called as a spring equinox. Okay, now this is called when the northern hemisphere is receiving more sunlight. This is called as summer solstice. Okay, so this is summer solstice when northern hemisphere is receiving more sun rays. Okay, and this is winter solstice. Okay, remember, so this is winter solstice when the earth is receiving less sun rays in the northern hemisphere. We are studying about only the northern hemisphere because most of the human population is residing in the northern hemisphere only. That's why we are like studying about the northern hemisphere. तो नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर में समर सोल्स्टिस कब होगा? ऑन 21st जून, एंड विंटर सोल्स्टिस विल बी देयर ऑन 22nd or 21st December. So this is the whole concept of winter solstice and summer solstice. Okay, so you should remember winter solstice, it is in the 22nd December where we receive less sun rays, and summer solstice is in 21st June where we receive more sun rays. Okay, this is due to the revolution of the earth around the sun. Okay, now the next concept is apogee and perigee. Sorry, aphelion and perihelion. Apogee and perigee, we are going to study about that when we study about the moon. But aphelion and perihelion, what is this? Aphelion and perihelion. So aphelion and perihelion, so you should remember when earth is revolving around the sun, the orbit is not a circular orbit, it is an elliptical orbit. So for example, here is the sun and this is the orbit of earth. So here you can see this is not a perfect circular orbit, but this is the elliptical orbit. In somewhere this is sun, somewhere there is this is the earth, here is the sun, and earth is revolving around the sun, ऐसे ऐसे करके. So this position, when earth is closest to sun, this position is called as perihelion. Okay, perihelion, when earth is closest, and this position when earth is farthest from sun, this is called as aphelion. Got it? When earth is closest to sun, this is called as perihelion, and when earth is farthest from sun, this is called as aphelion. अब आपको अगर ये याद रखना है, if you want to remember this thing, there is a short trick I can tell you. If you want to remember this thing, you can try this short trick. So perihelion, that means closest to sun. So the word peri is something like, वो अगर उसका pronunciation अगर आप देखेंगे, पेरी प्यारा, पेरी प्यारा, प्यारा. So प्यारा are the closest one. हमारे प्यारे कौन होते हैं? जो हमारे close होते हैं. Okay. So perihelion is the closest to sun. That means जब अर्थ प्यारी होती है सन को, तो वह क्लोज होती है सन के. Okay. So this is the way you should remember. So when you know perihelion, automatically you know what is the aphelion. Okay, perihelion is the opposite of the aphelion. So perihelion and aphelion, don't get confused. Perihelion means when earth is closest to sun. जब earth sun को प्यारी होती है तब उसके close जाती है. Okay, so that is the way you should remember perihelion and aphelion. Okay. So now if you see that when earth, okay, अब earth यहाँ पर ये position जो है, this position of earth, if you see now the north pole, it is receiving less sunlight. Why? Because you can see this is the equator and this is the north pole and this is the south pole. Now south pole is receiving more sunlight. Why? Because the southern hemisphere is receiving more sunlight. So the southern hemisphere, this pole here, this will also receive more sunlight. इतना नहीं, लेकिन comparatively to north, it will receive more. When comparing to north, it will receive more. Okay. So and जैसे जैसे ये earth move करेगी, okay, so the earth to reach here at this position, it will take around 6 months. The earth to reach here at this position, it will take around 6 months. So for 6 months, north pole will be in dark. Okay, and that's why we will find that lot of ice is there because less sun rays are there. It receives the sun rays only for 6 months. Okay, अब यहाँ पर जब आएगा, then now the north will receive more sun rays. This position, this will receive more sun rays, and here you can see the south pole will receive less sun rays. So now the south pole will go in darkness for next 6 months. 6 months, because this will, to go from this position to reach to this position, it will take around 6 months. So for next 6 months the south pole will go in the darkness. So this is the reason why the north poles and south poles have they have day of 6 months and night of 6 months. Okay, so this is the only reason why there is a darkness for 6 months in the northern pole, and then there is a darkness for 6 months in the southern pole also. Okay, so this is the simple and basic concept. तो कभी कभी हमें लगता है कि अगर अर्थ जो है वो अगर टिल्टेड नहीं होती, इफ अर्थ वाज नॉट टिल्टेड एट द 24 एक्सिस, इफ इट वाज लाइक द स्ट्रेट, if it was something like this only, what would have happened? So the reasons are very simple. So the reasons are, we would have not had all the climates, the summer and winter. Okay, summer and winter नहीं होते, there would have been no summer and no summers and no winters. Why? Because every part of the earth would have received equal amount of sun rays except this north pole and south pole. North pole and south pole would have frozen तो ऐसे भी है, लेकिन permanently हो जाते, because now at least they are receiving sun rays for 6 months. But if earth was something like this, if its axis was not tilted, they would have not received the sunlight at any cost, and that's why they would have been frozen for permanently. They are now also, they are frozen permanently only, but the scenario would have been different, and we would have not had all the seasons, no summers and no winters. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Then we would have not had all the summer solstice and winter solstice. The duration of day and night would have been equal, right? Duration of day and night would have been equal. How? Because we know now the earth is tilted. Okay, earth का axis ऐसा है, तो जब यहाँ पर आती है तो यहाँ पर दिन बड़ा होगा, यहाँ पर रात छोटी होगी. अगर इस साइड में जाएगी तो यहाँ पर दिन बड़ा होगा, रात छोटी होगी. So now if the earth was on the straight axis, there would have been no difference into the duration of day and night, because all the parts of the earth would have received the equal amount of sun rays, and that is the reason there would have been no difference in the timing of day and night. So this would have happened. Okay, so you should remember this thing. So that's all about the summer solstice and winter solstice. So in our next lesson we are going to study the solar and lunar eclipse. I hope you understood everything. If you have